In this video, you are going to watch a video of me actually live coaching one of our clients, Camille LaFrance. To give you a bit of background, Camille has ADHD. She struggled with offer creation, marketing, putting herself out there, a little bit of self-sabotage in there as well. And in this video, we do a complete breakdown of all of it. You can leverage some of the things yourself, and you'll see a little bit what my coaching style is like. It's kind of not coaching, it's kind of not mentoring, it's kind of not consulting. It's really a blend of whatever it takes to get somebody a result, as I feel like that's what we should all be doing in this industry. We should be doing what it takes to get people a result rather than following what the gurus have told you to do. We should be leaning into looking at, okay, my client's got this problem and I'm going to do whatever it takes to guarantee this person a result. So if you don't know, Camille closed 8 high ticket clients in the DMs within 2.5 weeks working with us. So she absolutely has crushed it, continues to crush it. And I know you'll get a ton of value from this training. And yeah, I feel really grateful that you're here. So I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Enjoy this training, take a ton of notes, watch it back. Add anything that you want to into your own trainings, into your own coaching practices, and we'll see you in the next video.
I also feel like, sorry. I was like, I also feel like what we were talking about, like the guilt and shame, it's not like that deep where I'm like, it's not super deep rooted. I think like we talked it out and I actually figured it out today. It was like the fear of the exes, the fear of the new person, the fears of like being upsetting people. So I don't think it was like that deep rooted shame, you know? So I'm glad. I'd prefer to stay up high.
Right. And there is shame, there is guilt, but like if we're going to go deep here real quick, if there was one moment in your childhood that you haven't fully expressed yet that was attached to this shame from an experience you may have had when you were a kid, what could it possibly
It always comes back to like school. Like I hated school. So it's like the guilt of like not doing what I should be doing, and then getting scared that like my mom's gonna lose her mind on me, in this case it's not my mom, but you know, like that fear of like, feeling like I'm failing or I'm not smart at because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I guess I think it would be that like school was horrible for me, and my mom made me feel like, I was just like, there was something seriously wrong with me, but I'm like, I just hate it. I hate the experience. I don't like the place at all. I don't think what I'm learning is helpful at all. And I didn't want to do it ever. So I think when I feel that like forced to like do something, or it's like a little bit of like, oh, I don't know, resistance, I guess. I feel guilty when I'm not doing it.
Would it be fair to say that it was mum losing her mind because you're not living up to her expectations?
For sure. And I remember she always used to say, like, if you don't graduate school, I'm a failure of a mother. And so it was her projections, but I didn't see that at the time, you know?
Right. So expectations ruin your life, which is what maybe happened at the weekend, right? Is we overcommitted with the expectations. And then this tied into your childhood. Then this tied into this paradigm. And then we're in this circle. And then we started doing that were 70 behaviors, right? But because you're Camille and because you've turned it around, looking at where you want to get to, knowing that one of the actions that you can do is talking to people that you care about or that, you know, mean something to you, feelings, is a way for you to move up that scale of shame up to courage, acceptance, joy, bliss, peace, enlightenment. What other things can you do that bump you from 70 back up to 74, right? Like when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about like, let's say we start doing the I deserve it and we start having those things, because you can't do it in the moment. This is the thing. I'd love to say, hey, when I get on a dating app and I start scrolling, I can be like, no, you said you weren't going to do this, but it's usually at a time of night that is too late because my impulse control, my energy is super depleted. It's too late. It's too late. So what are all the things that you can do when you start noticing that you're falling into those I deserve it?
I think I just need to have, I need to just really tighten up my Google Calendar, because if it's too open looking, then I feel like there's space for I deserve it. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, I hear
Like
you.
I just, even if it's like, even if I'm not really doing tasks, but even scheduling things as simple as like showering and getting ready, like, I think really having my schedule really organized will help me eliminate a lot of those I deserve it, because it's when I have a lot of free looking space that I feel like I need to fill it with something, but they're not always, there are lots of things that maybe are dopamine killers, or things that are just like a fix, you know?
Right. You need to fill it with dopamine. That's what
Yeah.
you're doing. I need to fill this with shit that makes me
Yeah.
feel good in the short term, but it doesn't. It doesn't make you feel
No.
good.
So I'm going to write that, because yeah, I think really tightening up, and I was really good at this for a while. So I just need to get back to it and just really planning out my day to day. And like, yeah, from 12 to 5, I'm having fun with a friend, visiting a friend, but I just need to have it in there so it's more
Yeah.
visual for me. It's just too empty sometimes where I'm like, okay, where do I go with this?
Yeah, you're gonna have a giggle when I'm gonna show you what my daily checklist looks like today. I've actually just redone it. It's now my 10x performance checklist rather than just a daily checklist, but I'm the same. Like, I have to fill my time with shit, because if I don't fill my time with shit, I'm gonna do some dumb stuff.
Yeah, or I'm just gonna like spiral in thoughts about like my life.
Right. And it's like sometimes it's okay to like meditate and sit with these feelings that are coming up,
Yeah.
right? But
But sometimes it's like,
also,
yeah, when it's not when it's actually not thoughts that are needing to be, it's like, it's not anything productive. It's actually just spiraling about made up things. You know what I mean?
right, 100%. And
Yeah.
harsh reality of this all is when we're doing these things and people are like, oh, but you don't need to be productive all the time. We are all going to die one day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there will be a day that you have one day left.
I can't talk about it. It stresses me out.
It feels horrible, right? But that's
It's
the
so
internal
depressing.
motivator. That's the internal motivator
Yeah,
of
true.
I'm going to die one day. So I will tighten up my Google Calendar and I will keep my schedule organized and I will be more visual with what things I have to do on my day, because
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I've got a purpose, I've got a mission, I've got lives to change. I look at it as like every day that I fuck around, like my big mission is to eradicate homelessness. I'm like, that's somebody dying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you can place this pressure on yourself. If you feel like you want to change the world, you can do this. It's okay. But it's recognizing, hey, when you do put this pressure on yourself and you are working towards your mission and you do get these spiraling thoughts, what are the things that I go to? So Alex Becker, for example, he says one of the things that he does, because his is typically eating shit, that's when he starts to slip, is he'll fast for like 48 hours or do a 72-hour fast, which
Mm-hmm.
is savage. But he knows it's not going
Yeah.
to kill him. It's just something that
But I think it's like,
so I'd be
I
curious
think
for
it's
you,
just about, yeah.
what is yours? What's yours? SOS. What's your go-to here? We've got tighten up Google Calendar. We've got schedule organized. That's a couple things.
Um, I guess it's just with the empty space. Like I need to do filling my cup things, whether it be like, yes, going to the gym, reading my book, listening to a podcast, like instead of filling it with like a reality show. And sometimes I just do smoke weed because I'm just like, oh, I can't, I'm just bored or something. Like I'm just like, it's there, so I might as well. But then that really
Right.
throws the day off too.
Yeah. 100.
But I think it's really figuring out where the I deserves can be. I still deserve things, but can I do the I deserves in a way that's actually filling my cup as opposed to depleting me, and being aware of that. Like honestly, this call is like probably one of the most helpful calls, because I don't have, I don't have many people to help me think this way. But I think it is really filling my schedule, and then the deserving things can still be spending time with friends and doing those things, but it's also things that are going to the gym together or going for a hike together or whatever it may be, but it's things that aren't going to deplete me further from business even, or from my dream, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. So let me show you a couple things. I'm going to put this as a reminder. One, victim mindset journaling. And then two, daily high performance checklist. And by the way, like yesterday, I was not high performance and I started slipping because I'd slept really shit the day before. I was just getting bitten alive by mosquitoes. I literally to a point where like at 2 a.m. I woke up in the middle of the night and ordered mosquito stuff to my place on like an app because I was like, I'm so fucking pissed. I'm being bitten alive. And the mosquito bites here are savage. Like I've got one on my bicep that's literally like the size of a fucking egg.
It's so bad.
So I have a 10x performance checklist. It's a little bit like my daily checklist. I literally just redid this today. So at the top of this, I've got identity and values. So who do I want to become? So I've got ethicals, results driven, millionaire, living life on my terms, focused. What actions can I take today that align with this identity? So I've got all the actions that align with that. What values do I want to uphold today? And how can I incorporate these values into my actions and decisions? And you remember when we first did our first session and we did our neurological identity and we did, do I ultimately want to become? What beliefs and values do I want to master? That's because those are at the top of who you are, right? Then it's abilities, then it's behaviors. The behaviors kind of, so we do those at the top. Then I've got exercise and wellness. What kind of physical activity can I engage in today to keep myself energized and focused? Swim, workout at the end of the day. Could even do an arms and abs session, to be fair. What will I do today for my mental well-being? Meditate in the morning and read whilst I eat. How am I feeling after I sleep? So much better. Am I embodying my millionaire self? So it used to be, how can I embody? It's now, am I embodying? Because it's already assuming that I am, right? Not 100% yet. Getting up at 5 a.m. dead on. We're getting better. Tighter boundaries around calls too. That would be smart as fuck. How can I do this? How would he show up? Winners win. Get after it. What 3 to 5 feelings do I want to feel today, and how can I feel that? Success, wrap up ChatGPT, smash the calls with Camille and Kim tomorrow. What's one big thing I can do today that if I did today, everything else would be safe or an unnecessary? Wrap up ChatGPT. So this is about really prioritizing the heavy lifting actions, right? What are the 1 to 3 high leverage action items today? Just a bit more specificity with our current new offer that we're doing. Productivity and efficiency. So what strategies can I do to overcome resistance and procrastination today? Big one. Scrolling is for losers, creating is for winners. I saw that quote ages ago. It stuck with me. But it helps so much because again, down to that energy space. If my energy is going into social media, it's being pulled away from me creating my dream.
Right.
How can I make this easier on myself? ChatGPT, ask questions. It's like my personal assistant now. What tasks depend on others? I've got thing to do with my team. And then I've got my checklist for the day. So I refer to my calendar. So I look at my calendar because my calendar is open. Like, look at this. Like, I've got nothing on the day. So I schedule it out in here. So I've got 9 till 10, your call. Then I've got my meals. Then I've got my action item for what we're doing. I've got videos on mindset. So this is a self-care item, like 15 minutes of learning. I've got another meal. Then I've got some laundry stuff because we don't have stuff here. And then I've got another self-care item. I found me working in coffee shops is probably my most productive self-care thing that I do in the world. Like me working somewhere else in a different environment. I don't know what it is. It just changes something. If I work in the same spot every single day, it actually kills my productivity. So apart from
I definitely know that's a big part. I might be moving out soon too, which will be good. But yeah, I definitely think my environment is a huge sometimes.
And then I know that I'm going to be doing 4 hours of work later. So I'm going to use Pomodoro technique to be more productive. So every 25 minutes, I'm going to read, journal, or mini walk. And then I was like, how can I make this even more granular? I'm going to journal on the first break. The second break, I'm going to read. Third break, I'm going to read. Fourth break, I'm going to read. And then fifth break, I'm going to take a 10 to 20 minute walk. Then I'm going to reply to the clients. Then I'm going to head back to the resort. And then I'm basically done on my day. And I might even at this point, 6:30 to 7:30. Watch Alex Becker or Ravi. That's how I like to do it. Then it's done. And then I've got little like reflections on my day, and then I'm done. Right. And that's my way of staying between the lines of the whiteboard, right? Staying in between the 72 and the 74, so that I'm always stepping outside of my comfort zone and growing into the person that I know I can be. And I'm aligned to stepping into that joy, peace, blissful enlightenment stage. Because the people who say to me, oh, don't you need a break? Don't you need balance? Shouldn't you do this? Shouldn't you do that? That's their projections, because I make them uncomfortable about how focused I am and being at 74, because they're constantly bouncing in between 70 and 74. They're going up and down, right? That's why I only listen to people that I align with. And that can be really challenging.
No. But this is exactly what I need to do, though. It's just way more in depth, which is like, yeah, banana. Like I just need to schedule the simplest things in there to feel like I have a sense of like purpose and integrity throughout my day.
Right. So you need to, or you choose to?
I will. I actually choose to. I want to.
Okay. So action items that I want to set for you off the back of that is: 1, how would it feel if you did this daily high performance checklist each day for you?
I would like to do it. It would feel good. I would say like 9 out of 10.
Okay. So how would it feel if we aimed for you to start doing that this week? Good.
Let's do it.
Cool. So that's one thing. And then I've got another thing that I think we could add to it, but I want to label this as maybe a bonus, because the daily high performance checklist is quite a long checklist. It's a new habit that we're building, and it's energy, etc. You can only build so many habits at once, typically one. But this ties directly into not only your mindset, but your being and your 74-ness, right?
Yeah.
Is this victim mindset journaling. So what you do is any excuses that you make yourself, including I deserve it, and ones that you hear from others, you just write in this victim mindset journaling space.
Okay.
It's amazing how much you realize other people are bullshitting themselves.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Clients, by the way, including clients that I've noticed. Like, we're blessed in this conversation that you haven't really made any excuses, and you don't typically make any. But it's great to call yourself out, because the more awareness you have around the bullshit, even like, hey, don't you need balance? Don't you need this? Well, no, not really, because this is like, we've identified just here where you feel the greatest. Gym, filling your cup, good breakfast, music on, making content, start little distractions. But actually these things, the supposed norm of what society tells you you're meant to have, are actually
Makes
the things.
Sad.
Yeah. Right. That's crazy. So how do you feel around this call? Was it helpful?
Yeah, this call was amazing. I really, really needed something like this. Yeah, okay. I feel really good. I feel like, because I'm going to follow my goals I have set, but I just, I probably won't get much done this weekend, but I feel like I just needed to have this to like really think in retrospect and like go forward this week and being like, okay, I can do my daily checklist now. I can do this. I'll just feel more productive. Even if I can't do some stuff on the weekend, I'll still have a checklist of things I can do. Right.
100%. And you can even label this out to like doing things with your friends as well. Like, you can do it. You can do it anytime. It's just about maximizing the time that you have on this earth, and you can be present in the activity. It's not like, okay, done this, move on to the next. It's like, no, like, this is how I want to set my day out, because I want to live how I want to live. Like, because the way I look at it, like, what's the point in not scheduling the day and just going with the flow? Because then I'm not going to have the day that I want to have. Like,
no, I feel that's shame.
Right.
Like, even if I feel like the shame. Yeah, I do.
So yeah, that is that's our call around mindset. I feel like that was a stormer.
Yeah, that was really good. I really appreciate this call, Luke, because I just needed this. And yeah, I think sometimes too, like I didn't even realize a lot of these things till I started talking and hearing myself say it. And obviously you asking the right things. So I really appreciate it. This was super helpful. I feel like fired up.
Fuck yeah, let's go. Okay, so with you getting after it, what has been your favorite part of your transformation so far during your time with me?
I honestly, okay, this is weird, but I was like, sometimes I can't wait to be out of the program so then we can like be friends and talk like friends more, you know? Um, but I also think I just wouldn't have been able to create two programs. I wouldn't have been able to feel comfortable messaging people. I wouldn't have known how to do a script. I wouldn't know how to do an offer. I wouldn't basically know how to do anything.
Mhm.
Wouldn't know about GPT. Like I've heard of it, but I never saw what in that way, how I could use it. Like, I would say the personal development, the mindset work, the breath work, like honestly, I feel like very grateful. Like if you could hear how I talk about you behind your back, I think you'd be really pleased.
Oh, thank you. That means the world. So since you're experiencing all these great results, I want to add a little like small shift for at least our time together as we continue. So
Mm-hmm.
after our call, we'll be doing like a little bit of a breakdown with giving you your action items as well as any like extra journaling questions that I think would be helpful for your week. That way, we're just adding a little bit extra to let that momentum flow a little bit better. But I know things are going really well for you. You're really smashing it, which is great to see.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that I can be doing on this end to make sure that this experience continues to be the best experience possible?
I think I just need to, cause I'll be doing that. I think I just need to check in with you on Monday or on the week. Yeah, just on Monday after the weekend, just to get kind of back on track and just have like a little recap of like what I want to do for just like where I'm at and what things are looking like. So I'll probably just voice note you on Monday if that's okay.
That's cool. Cool. Voice note Monday. Cool. So
I
just to
feel like, yeah,
go
for
on.
now I feel okay. If I have any questions, yeah, I'll just message you. I feel okay for now, I think.
Fuck yeah. Okay. So just
Mhm.
to keep you accountable, just curious, is there anything that you'd like me to do just to make sure that this is a long-term success for you?
Um, uh, I guess honestly, I feel like you do a lot for me. Like I really don't know. I feel like I'm pretty good, but I think I do like when you check in on me because it does make me be like, okay, yes, I do need to do this. I could reach out too, but sometimes I'm just going. I forget. But I feel like when you check in with me, it kind of recenters me to be like, okay, what is actually going on or what am I doing? So I guess just checking in helps.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.